This is my walking horse, Stallion, way back when. I call him Wayne. I'm Ed, and it's January, I think it's January 8th, 2024, and I just put him in here to just give him some exercise. He's been kind of cooped up, you know. You can see how much snow we have out there. I think it's like in the teens right now, maybe low 20s. And he's just right now, he's just zooming around because he's just burning off some energy being cooped up. My goal is, here I could show you over here, like if you look, I'm gonna walk, you can see way in the distance there, let me zoom in on it. You can see there's a backhoe working and stuff, and we got quite a bit of construction going on over there. You can see that building's been up. I'll have to walk you over there, but. Okay, I'm over here at the barn, just gonna show you. You can see it in the background here. I'll turn the camera around so you can see stuff here. Okay, this is the stable, the new stable going in. That building over there is a compost building. This building over here is like a mechanical storage building, and it's got a basement greenhouse on it, which is kind of cool. So walking over here, this is a hay room here. So we put concrete down. It's one of the best things for hay. It keeps it from molding and stuff like that. And so in that area here, there'll be a wall going across here, and that's going to be a tack room. We'll put saddles and stuff. So this will all be hay here. And then, all right, coming this way. Show you, these are it's cold out here right now. It's all, you know, it's January, right? So these are the stalls. Well, there'll be walls, obviously, in stalls. You can see with the concrete. So the walls, the framework of the stalls ride on that concrete there. See how this is? Okay, and so what we do, I'll show you, once this is, what I do is we got this stuff here. This is called like hoof grid or something like that. And so that will go down like a whole mat here, okay? And then what we do over that, we just fill it with the pea gravel in there, and then we put bedding over it. And so they keep from scratching down, and then the urine and stuff will go down into the gravel. And it's pretty deep gravel, and we also have some drainage going out of there. So that's how that'll work. I love this barn here. It's just really gonna be nice. What I really like about it is I love these views and stuff here. I'll show you. Like, I mean, look at this, it's just beautiful. So there's one of our, I'll show you, there's one of our structures over there. We have different structures. There's an automatic water runner there, so the horses, and the different path, there's a pasture that connects to it on this side, and there's a pasture that connects to it on this side, and we just shut gates, and then we can move them back and forth into pastures. And then you can see over there, that's the horse barn and stuff that we're normally videotaping in and everything, or recording. And all that junk and stuff, we got all this stuff out there. That'll be all out here in the storage units and stuff when it's done. But I love this. We're gonna have 24 stalls in here, and you can kind of see how that we have cement. You know, where it keeps the mud down. I can't stand all the mud. So we'll have 12 here, 6 on each side, and then there'll be an aisle way up here like this. And then over here is the compost. So when you got horses like this, you're just getting tons of dirty bedding, and when I say tons, I actually mean tons of dirty bedding and manure and all that kind of stuff. And so it'll go in these compost bins from the other, we fill from the other side, and then we'll use the skid steer here, and we compost it, and then we either spread it on the fields or we sell it. And so that's what we have going on here. And man, it's really cold here. But then there's big piles of dirt. Those are all topsoil, so they'll spread all that out. I think we're going to do some sort of over here. I think or over here. I don't know exactly where yet. Maybe both. We're going to do some obstacle stuff too. And this will all be that'll be a fenced pasture, and we'll have where you can ride around the outside of it. I like to do it like that. And then over that direction, that way over there where that machinery is, that's where the arena is going to be. So that's what we got going on here with the barn and everything. I keep saying in the videos that I'm going to show you, take you over here, and I just finally did it. So back to the video. Anyhow, we're going to, when it's all completed, my goal is to have all these different pastures where I can ultimately turn my stallions out with a band of mares or a group of mares. Each one have a group of mares that they spend a good portion of the year with, because I think it's really important for stallions' social and mental well-being to be not isolated. The reason we do isolate them for any reason is because they can be challenging to just run out with the other horses. You can't really have two studs out there. You really can't have a gelding out with them. I mean, you can. It depends on the individual. I mean, there's always, I know there's going to be someone in the comments who says, "Oh, all my stallions run out with multiple geldings or whatever." But and you can't have horses kept in pastures with joining fences. Hey Wayne, how you doing, buddy? You can't. What they do is they kick them down between each other, because they just start bickering over the fence. And you know, this behavior, as you see him, this is him just being frisky, you know. You'll see a lot if you look at his playlist. You can see the different, I ride him a lot and do a lot of videos with him. And he can get pretty spirited sometimes out there, just like any stallion would. The thing with stallions, when you're riding or working with stallions, you see how his attention is off in the distance there? He's looking at the horses in the stalls there, but he's also looking out in the distance for other horses. And they're very in tune with what's going on in their environment. If there is another stallion that they need to combat with or defend their group of mares or something like that. And so they're always very watching what's going on with other horses. I'll see, I did that head thing. That's a display. Anyhow, so the idea with them is, you know, when you ride them and stuff, they can get pretty frisky, and they change their mind really quickly. So you can have their full attention 1 second, and the very next second you got, you know, maybe 2%, you know. And so you really have to actively ride them. You can't do any of that passenger kind of stuff. Like, I mean, at some point they just get so in tune with you, because they really are just another kind of horse, but they do have a different role and different drives and stuff like this. And when they're younger, like he's just getting in his prime right now. I think he's 6, you know. So he is, I think a 6-year-old is like 23 or something in human years. So he's a young man. So he's in his he's in his prime, right? So as time goes on, he'll get just like, oh, okay, you know, he'll just be able to handle things a lot better. I think he's gonna roll here. But yeah, they lose a. You'll see in like one of the videos I have where I'm riding him. He's the particular day. This is one short I get a lot of comments on, and it's where I was creating a wall with my hands, both hands, because he wanted to race through and run back to the barn. For whatever reason, that day he was really fixated on some of the mares and stuff. Maybe they were in heat or something, I don't know. But he was really fixated on me. He really wanted to get back to the barn. And a lot of people go, you're too tight on the reins, you're this, you're that. They don't watch the video, the full-length video, to find the context. But what I was doing is just telling him no, creating a wall. And he kept wanting to run through my hands at the time. And if you watch subsequent videos, you'll see him riding in a Western bridle with a Ramal rein set up and everything. So he's really good. But he is a stud, you know, and you got to actively ride him. And but I'm so excited about getting all these other pastures and everything. Once it's all done, I'm gonna set it up so everybody, my studs can run with maybe like 6 mares or something, you know, maybe a few. And because like this guy, if you look way back on one of my, like in his playlist, way back on one of my older videos with him, you'll see me walking. It's in the summer, and I'm walking around or it's in the spring, walking around with him, and he's interacting with the other mares, and they're kind of kicking at him and stuff. And then I walk off, and he follows me. So him and I are kind of buddies, and he just likes my company, and I like his. And I've always loved this horse from the day I got him. And he's out of a stallion called Black Wine, who is deceased. But I've got quite a number of his foals here, Black Wines. Well, they're horses, but and I've got a few babies out of this guy right here from last year that were raised. I haven't even taken them off the moms yet, just because I just haven't this year. I'm letting him be with him. But he's a really nice horse. I think he's just in height and everything. I just love he's 15.1 hands tall. And I love that height. It just seems really good. He's very super coordinated. He's got a really nice gait, really good movement. He was Wayne is also a model champion. Model class it's like a halter class where you lead them around, you know, and they show, it's kind of like a beauty kind of class, you know, and also they look at come on, buddy. They look at the gait and stuff, what their gait is like, and so he's a champion in that, and that's all we do. We do that in flat shot, and we do some versatility. We don't do any of the pads or anything like that. And the good news is the pads are all that stuff is banned as of this February 2025. Look at all the snow out there. He's following me here, see? Anyway, that's what I'm saying. He's my buddy. Look, I'm moving around, and he's just following me around. This is such a great horse. I love this guy. And we've got quite a bit of stallions here. I think I've got 6 or 7 right now. One of them's older. That's Blue-Blooded Bandit. He's getting older. He was foaled 2001. And he's my gray horse. So when you see the gray foals, he's the one who's the sire of all those. And then I have other one I bred a bit is my it's this guy over there. See, I'll zoom in on Trip right there. He's my Cremello stallion. So any of the Palominos you see, except for one, are his offspring. And they've turned out really nice. I like the way that they move. But this guy, he's a black, obviously, and if you don't know about horse color genetics, black is a dominant color. There's two colors in horses, and when I say colors, I mean in horse, I mean they call it the genotype. So genetically, there's two colors, not what you visually see. That's the phenotype. There's multiple colors, obviously. You know, when you look at the phenotype, there's tan ones and this one and all that kind of stuff. But genetically, there's two colors, black and chestnut. And all the visual colors you see are some sort of, he's going to roll, some sort of addition of some sort of dilute gene or modifier gene, or like a gray gene or a paint or bay or something like that. And so there's really two colors, chestnut and black is dominant, and chestnut is recessive. And I always tell people when I talk to them, black is kind of like people, like humans with brown eyes. Brown eyes is dominant over blue eyes. So if you have two, husband and wife that both have blue eyes, all their kids will have blue eyes. And if one of their kids has brown eyes, one of them is not the parent. So that's how it is with black horses too. But the trick with black horses is they can carry for chestnut. So they can have that recessive thing. So you can take two black horses and breed them together, and you can get a chestnut, depending on what they are genetically. But if they are both what they call homozygous for black, meaning they have two black genes, okay, then homozygous black to a homozygous black, you're going to get black horses. Now, unless, of course, there's some other thing in there, like some sort of paint or some sort of other modifier on there. But black horses, just pure black. If they are homozygous for black, then all the babies will be black. Now, the interesting thing is the bay horses, or what they call a goody genetically, that's your red horses with black legs, black mane, black tail, black points, that kind of stuff. That is dominant over black. So that's a modifier that's dominant over black. So if they have a goody gene or a bay gene, the horses are going to be bay. So I could tell you unequivocally that this horse right here, Wayne, does not carry for a goody, because if he did, he'd be a bay horse. Okay, there's just no way around it. People get mixed up about it. I find it fascinating, but so anyhow, that's some of the genetics there. So this is my horse, my stallion. He's a Tennessee Walker. Way back when is his name, and we call him Wayne. Thanks for watching. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.